Hey guys, so does anxiety make you feel alone? I was super lonely whenever I was going through my anxiety disorders. If this is something that you're going through and you can relate with this, go ahead and hit that like button down below and share with us your story of feeling alone with whatever anxiety disorders or depression that you have. It's very common for somebody suffering depression or anxiety disorders to feel isolated and alone. This was the case with me. I had my panic disorder, which led to health anxiety. I really started isolating myself whenever I started developing social anxiety, of course, right? That's how it is. It's kind of a normal behavior. But before I did that, I still was looking for answers from people, and I still was wanting to try to hang out with people and let them know how I felt. And the responses that I got and the reactions I got made me feel really alone. I've told you many times in other videos that I made, the only person I felt like I could really talk to about my anxiety issues was my mom. My friends didn't get it or understand it. The girlfriend I had 4 years, even before I developed panic disorder and anxiety disorders, she didn't understand. I think that ultimately led to us splitting apart, is because my behavior got worse because I felt more isolated and felt more alone, started being more reckless, if you will. My family didn't understand much. My father, I'll be honest, I felt like I couldn't go to him about it. And my mother was the person that was there for me the most with this. And this isn't to downplay anybody. This isn't to trash talk anybody, including my dad or my friends or any of that. I'm not trying to trash talk anybody. Most people that don't have anxiety disorders are not going to understand. That's the cold, hard truth. And you can't really blame them because they're not going through the same mental thing. They can be more supportive, but when you get down to it, most of them are not going to understand. Okay, so you have to cut them some slack as well. At the time, I felt really alone. I felt isolated. I felt like I was the butt of all jokes. I think some of this might have been paranoia, but I was ashamed. I was embarrassed to be around my friends. I was getting weird reactions whenever I was having panic attacks, or I felt like I was getting teased some by my friends that normally wouldn't do it, because I would, ask about symptoms or disease and sickness and be obsessed about it. It was really a lonely time period for me. I felt like nobody understood. And the thing was I wasn't seeking online support groups or forums or YouTube channels. Mental awareness was even worse back, about 6, 7, 8 years ago than it is even now. It's starting to get there. But we're still far behind. And I think that kind of ties in with most people just not understanding or willing to try to understand. It's still not where it needs to be. So if you're going through this, guys, you have to realize that that's just the way it is. We can always be more supportive of each other and people that need help. And yes, that's true. But in the world that we live in right now, most people just are not going to understand what a mental health issue or anxiety disorder is if they have not gone through it. And that's tough. Thankfully, I had my mom, but that's about it. Now, that's where joining groups, following YouTube channels like this is super important. I am here for you. I do understand. Yeah, I can't be right there next to you, but I do understand what you have been through. Believe me. I have been there, firsthand experienced all of that, especially the loneliness. So I am here for you. I do my best to comment back on all the comments, and I keep making these videos just for you, okay? You that's watching right now, I'm here. I love all of you, and I know what it's like to go through all that. There are Facebook groups, like the one that I have. If you haven't joined that one, please join it, because there's a lot of people in that group. You definitely will not feel alone. Go into the comment sections down below this video and talk with people. That's what they're there for too. It's not just to interact with me. You can interact with other people that are commenting. You'll find a lot of people that are going through the same things that you are. And it's a great thing. We can help each other as much as we can on these platforms. If you need to see a therapist, there are therapists out there that have been through the same thing that you have. BetterHelp in the description below. There's thousands of them to choose from, so you can find a therapist that's been through the same situation as you, who specializes in your type of anxiety disorder. There's no better way to connect than to find somebody who went through the same thing as you. It's cheaper, it's affordable, and you can do it at home on your couch. So check that out in the description. Make sure that you join the Facebook group down there, guys, because there are tons of like-minded people in that group that'll be able to help you out. So join there. There's getting close to now about 2,000 in that group. So any anxiety disorder, depression sufferer is welcome in that group, guys. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so you get updates when I put videos out. Like this video if you got some value, guys. Remember, leave me a comment down below and let me know if this is something you've been struggling with. There's tons of resources down in the description below, books and workbooks on various anxiety disorders. Check out that anxiety store that I have down there. Yeah, there's tons of stuff down there, so make sure you check it out, guys. I hope I got to some of you today, touched your heart a little bit, motivated you a little bit, helped you understand a little bit more. That's what I try to do with these videos. So yeah, hope you have a great day.